It's turning into a blustery day. It's not a bad looking day on the lake, and I'm practicing for the match. I did a load of video and I don't think there's any audio, so welcome to Hardy's Fishing Adventures again. And I'm practicing for the Telefon concours, and I'm fishing 10 metres of pole today, just because I don't prefer to fish past that on the chair. And I've got 2 lines going at the moment. I've yet to put the method feeder out there, but I'm fishing pinky or 3mm FJUKA white on this line, which is a size 20 to 0.8mm line, and then 4.5 pound main line with a small 4x10 float. And then on the other line I'm fishing a larger float, 4 number 8s. Oh, I can't tell if that's a breeze or a bite. No. I don't think there's a single fish around at the moment. The water came up over 1.5 feet in the last 3 days with all the rain. So I'm just hoping this sun will warm the water up a bit later. And hopefully there isn't as much rain before November the 5th, because that's when the concours or the competition is. It's a friendly competition, but I don't want to come last. I've got a good chance of it, but we'll see. And it's an open match, so I have a line at 5 sections, and I've got a line out at full length. And the line at 5 sections is out at 10 o'clock to me, and that is only pellet at the moment. And it's much shallower than the rig I'm using at the minute. This is a very hard swim, so I put myself on it today because I've never fished it before, so I just know that this doesn't do as well as other swims. I have no idea what the depths were or anything else. So I can barely see the orange of that float out there. And there we go. A tiny little 4 number 10 float. On a day like today, I think I should be using a pencil float. Just lift it up every now and again. I cupped out a palmful of my ground bait, which is a black ground bait with 2mm activated FJUKA. That's not even right, is it? Edit point. I cupped out a palmful of black ground bait from Caperlan, which is an all-rounder, with 2mm activated mainline soft pellet, and I bought 5 kilos of ground roasted hemp. So I put a good dose of that in it, and then when I wet it and mixed it up, I put Sensate Natural in it. I was going to put green, but I got the doctors later and I don't want to go in looking like the Incredible Hulk, so I've gone with the natural. I put the natural Sensate on my pellets, my hook baits, and I also bought half a pint of pinkies and just a small tub of maggots, which you get them in little tubs here. It's kind of weird. So I set myself 4 hours for fishing, and I'm already 32 minutes in without a bite. That sounds like that's what the whole match is going to be like in November, but we'll see. £2 could win. One good bream. And if it comes to it, I'm going out on the 20 gram matrix alloy feeder with a couple of red maggots, and I've ordered all my bait. I've ordered casters, maggots, pinkies and gozzers. I'll also be taking white and brown FJUKA, and of course 4mm brightly coloured wafters or sinkers, both to be honest. And I will have all my tricks from FJUKA with me. I'll have my 6mm, my 8mm wafters, sinkers, and I'll be a little bit more organised. My friend was fishing this morning. He had a massive carp on a dead bait. Great big mirror. It had to be at least 18 pound, and it took a dead bait. What was he using? I think he was using roach. Yeah, so they are hungry, the fish. I mean, we use fish pellet all the time. I'm not surprised he's taking a dead bait, to be honest. Right, I'll get back to you if I ever catch anything, and I'll show you my other rig. Okay, what I'm doing, I've got these white FJUKA 3mm micros, and all I do, press it flat. I'll show you how I hook it. That's how I hook it, like a piece of bread. I'm gonna have to be careful, aren't I? I'm really gonna have to put something on my hands when I go and see the doctor later. And of course I'm fishing bradlings as well today. What a trip that'll be to the doctor. Just looking at me as if saying, Stephen, what is that smell? I say, oh, that is the bait, that is FJUKA, my dear. I say, it's such a wonderful aroma, isn't it? Not, but it's a fantastic bait. Right. Now in summer you couldn't take that long to ship out, because that pellet would be off the hook before you got to the swim. But today, I don't think we're going to have any problems. Right, see if we can even set this out there properly. Right, that is hard on the bottom. I can just see, well, I can just about see the float. I'm going to have to raise that up 1/2 inch, I think. I can still see it. Yeah, I think I'll have to tie up a few more short rigs with thicker stemmed floats. So with that, I'll put my glasses on. Nope, can't see that. That's a good thing with FJUKA. You know how deep you're fishing. Will you go in there and be nice? Thank you. You the same. Yeah, I find with hard pellet, it really will tell you exactly if you're on the bottom or not, won't it? Right, I'm going to lay on a little bit. There we go. Now, I don't fish with a matrix pole. I fish with matrix everything else, but not a pole, because I bought this one and it cost me about 600 quid in all for all the bits. And I'm like, it works. Why do I want to pay another 600 quid? It's heavy though, that's why I only fish at 10 meters. Even on the chair, on the box, I didn't want to fish more than 10 meters. Autumn sunshine, isn't it lovely? Come on, we want a bite. I don't know if that was a bite or it's just settling. Gotta hold it right up in the air. That was a bite. The bait's gone. Oh, strange. 2 pinkies, nothing. Straight on a FJUKA and a bite. I've always said it was a good bait. Right, let's have a look. Come here, you. Right, let's put another one on you. Yeah, only squash one at a time, thank you very much. It's been... part of it's still there, but it's been broken in half. So, right, here we go again. Might want a size 6 and 18 on there for this, but I'm trying not to fish 6 top kits, if you know what I mean. I only got 3 top kits, no 4 top kits, and I don't really want to have to set them all up. The problem with 3 is I can barely see it out there. Right, move that back. You can just see the float. It's gone in a bit of an angle. I'm not doing well today, am I? What am I now? 40 odd minutes in. Yeah, 42 minutes in without a bite. Or 1 bite. I think today is going to be more about getting rigs ready, rigs correct, etc. Might be ordering some more pencil floats. A strong wind here. Lots of colour in the water. This is in a 4-hour blank. Yeah, bait's still there this time. Well, part of it is. Might have to cup out some more bait. I know what the French will do. Middle of November, they'll put in a bag of ground bait and a half in the first 5 minutes of the match. Just boom, 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 boom. 8 massive balls of ground bait. Whereas I'm more of a feed it and see. Right, I think we are going to be putting some more bait in. I think half a cup of pinkies will do it to start with. And I must get off this box and do something about this roller. Right, we have a fishy. I am over the moon. Right, so here we go, one roach. Beautiful. I've been trying to find these for ages. Ignore the coughing in the background, that's just my brother. There we go. We're away. Away how far I do not know, but we are away, and it took 1 hour and 10 minutes to get there, so right. But they bound the bait, and that was on a single red pinky. So we're going back out there again with single red pinky, and yeah, number 2 again on red pinky. I just put a bit more ground bait out after sitting 10 minutes with no bites, and it seems if you put in a tiny amount of ground bait, they keep coming. So that's another roach. Oh, that didn't go in the keep net. Sitting here with a landing net, I will probably not use the whole match, and it's blocking my keep net. So no. Right, laying back in again. I can just see the pole float in the dark of the tree, the reflection. When I go to get my glasses done next time, I'm going to ask for a pair of Polaroids the same. Oh, I've had 2 roach. Oh, that's something, isn't it? That's not a roach, is it? Is that a bream? Just trying to get the pole. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. That's a size 20 hook. I think that's a bream coming in. If it's not, it's a very large roach. Right, hang on a minute, we've got to break this pole down, or I'm going to break my pole. You know what I said about not using my landing net this much? Well, this practice, I think I'm wrong. That is a bream, yeah. It's not massive, but my golly gosh, we need it. Yes, it's in the net. Right, whee. Now this is new elastic, and I've not used it yet, so it keeps stretching. Right, spin you around a bit. Right. Okay. I was just saying to my brother, if I can't catch on a practice day, I've got no hope in the match. It's 2 weeks away, and it's going to be wetter and colder by then. Little size 20, just nicking him in the side. Come on, he should just pop out. I think our friends Kelvin and James Atkins Fishing are having a friendly match against each other. There we go, a bream. Straight in the landing net. Or in the keep net, I should say. So, 1 bream, 2 roach. Things have changed around. Took an hour and a quarter to hour and 10 minutes to get the first fish, and now I've had 3. So what I'm going to do is just go back out there and put in a little bit more bait. Right, let's just tighten up that loose elastic. There we go. And while I send that back out again, I'll get the toss pot ready. Yep, something not right there. Where's the... there we go. You need to line up the lines on a pole. It's not for, you know, just saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It actually strengthens your pole. there's like a backbone to your pole, so if you make sure your numbers are all lined up, you should have a stronger pole by rights. Just in case one of them big fish comes along. And we've all seen anglers. I mean, this is a dedicated carp pole. It's not a roach pole. And a lot of the match anglers will be using a very lightweight roach pole. But I'll be using this. I did think of buying the North River. I forget the name of the pole. It's another Caperlan pole. It's 13 meters, and it's a roach pole, much lighter. I think it comes with like 5 or 6 top kits. So yeah, very nice. Right, let's see if we can catch you something else then. Well, I just had a complete tangle. Just put out that third cup. It's an hour and a half in. I'm getting a real amount of wind coming across towards me now, making it very hard to hold the pole rig. I think I'm going to have to shorten that lash up to about 18 inches. I think I'm going to have to lift the pole float up an inch at least. Oh, I can see better now than I was earlier. Well, that's better. I can see better, but I can't actually see much at all. I'm fishing towards the bench, which is quite a large target. So I've just moved the float a little bit to the left. It's in brighter water now, I can see more. Just holding back on the float a little bit so that I can see more of it. Oh, we're into a bream. I'll try and get that up there again. I'm glad I picked this last day. Okay, let's start getting the net ready. Another bream. Now, that means there's no whoppers out there. Because I found normally that the bream all seem to be the same size in a shoal. So, here we go. Uh-oh. We'll just let him bounce about out there so he doesn't get me soaking wet. There's no pleasure in being covered in slime in winter, is there? Okay. That was on single red pinky again. I'm hoping. There we go. Right. I'll do this a bit different this time. Well, I just moved the float up after struggling. I saw that bite clear as day, so that's great news. And by the feel of it, it's another bream. And I'm just talking to Dave Clark, who runs the FJUKA France page, and I was just saying, he said he's busy working, and I said I'm having catching fish. But like I said to him, I haven't had much in nearly 2 hours, but I think the bream are out there now. So there's another one. Prefer to get wet feet. Now just let him slap himself around a bit. Get all that wet off first. Stop it. Edit point. Alright, there's another one. Wow. And that's just with a little amount of food. Size 20, square in the bottom lip. I can't really grab a size 20 with my fingers, so it still has to be a disgorger. And as they are slightly barbed, I'm in France, there's no regulations on barbed or non-barbed. There we go, another bream. Now, there are some bream in here which are nearly black. All their tails are black. They look much darker than these. Did he go out? He went out that time. Boy, yeah, started off with 2 roach and now we've had 3 bream. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't put it on the clicker. Oh dear, oh dear. Hang on a minute. Alright, what we had were 3 bream, so that's about £1.5 pound, 2 roach. Well, we haven't even had £2 pound yet, so no, yeah, I wouldn't say we've had £2. So we can only hope. I hoped for 4 kilos today. Oh dear. I don't know what the winter weight frames. You only need one guy to pick up a carp. You know, there was a guy in a match here in the summer, and he played a carp for 3 hours on really light elastic, and he still didn't win the match. So sometimes I think you're just better off pulling for a break and carrying on, but not good for the carp, of course. But then I'm not a match angler, I'm a carp angler, all-rounder. I even plan to do some dead baiting this winter, so that'll be a new video, because I've never done dead baiting here in France. We'll see what we get. Alright, being careful with the rig not to ruin everything, because I had a tangle. Right, we're just trying to get the float between the shadow of the 2 trees over there, and then I can see everything. I can see everything much better than I was anyway. Right, let's bring my knee down, because that's putting the pole off. Right. That was a lovely little bite as well. Another bream, I can see it on the surface. Come on, before Mr. Pike comes along. Oh dear, oh dear. I also have a tree above me, so I have to be careful. Right. Wow, I'm over the moon. Right, I think we can definitely do £2.5 pound by now. Wait, that's enough. Wait. Oh dear, oh dear. What was that? 6 fish. There we go. You can see why a lot of people use a chair. Don't use chairs for fishing. Right, there's a couple of maggots on the rampage. How did you even get out of your box? They're not telling me, it says. Right, so I've been fishing 2 hours and 5 minutes. And that was another fish. So I think we're up to £3 now. Yeah. Okay, so what I've got is the black ground bait I made up. It's got the old maggot wandering around in it, so we'll leave them in. And I'm literally got my smaller cup. And I get a ball about this big, not even walnut size. I press it out flat. That kind of helps not knocking it out if I bump on the bar. And I sprinkle of pinkies. That's it. So all I'm feeding every 1 or 2 fish. Shall I attempt to try and show you how I feed it, or are we going to bounce it and feed my 5 metre swim like I did earlier? It was supposed to be my pellet line, and I accidentally fed it with ground bait and pinkies. Right, let's keep it straight. Watch for the roll of the pot. Yeah, there we go. We managed it. I will have to bring 11 metres for sure when I come. Right, and we're fishing here. Excuse me, we're fishing there. There you go. Just give the pot a wash out. On carp waters, that washing the pot out, that really does help. And that's my 5 metre line where I just washed that one out. So here we go. We're going to attempt 5mm pellet. Oh, I've got double maggot on here. Alright, double maggot first. Alright, just give that elastic a little tweak. So I'm out on the 5 section. It's not 5 metre, it's 5 sections, which is about 7 metres, as I remember. And it does seem a bit shallow, but it's after lunch. It's 1 o'clock. The water should have warmed up a little bit by now, and we're just fishing double maggot. We're going to give it 5 minutes. Or maybe less, 2 minutes, just to see if there's anything down there yet. I'm on the spot. Two red maggots. I should at least get a bite, if nothing else. But I am hoping for something in the perch variety, as I put a pot of chopped worm out there. It's turned into an everything swim, because I first sprinkled some pellet out there with the pot, and then decided, oh, I'll put ground bait and worm out there, and then accidentally put a pot of pinkies, maggot and ground bait over it. So but it just gives that other line a little bit of a break. It's just a pity I can't fish it. Oh, yes, we're in. Oh my lord. What we're into, I don't know. Oh, it fell off. Oh, I'm not too happy with that. I reckon that was a perch, you know. Or worse. No, a perch I like. Possum shat I don't like. You can't even weigh possum shats in a match. I think that was a perch. There was chopped worm out. The way it jagged on the fight, I think that was a perch. Oh. I gave myself a minute and got a result. Wait a minute. No, that's alright. I thought there was some bubbles in. This is a heavier rig, of course. This is like £6 or £5, size 16 hook, which is an MXC4, and it's 1.6mm elastic. You do get carp coming close. So that's my theory. Theories, it's all about theories. I'm having trouble controlling the camera at the moment. I put it on a base, clamp base, and I cannot get the thing to turn to change it, so I'm stuck with this at the moment. You want every fish to count. And I'm always told, oh, why aren't you fishing barbed? I'm like, because it has a bit of a thing. He said, no, it don't move in the mouth. It does less damage than a barbless hook. I said, oh, everybody's got a theory about it. Oh dear. That was a bite straight away. That was just with the worm going in on the way down. Yeah, we're in. Looks like another perch. Oh, happy days. It is another perch. Yes. Yes. Oh, the worm is completely wrapped around the hook here. Is the barb free? The barb is free. That's all that really counts on that. Happy days. Now, I'll tell you what happens with a match here. Everybody's got a 13 or a 15 or a 16 metre pole. They put it all together and they fish as far out as they can, and that's what they do. And I say to them, what about your short line? What about your margin line? Like, we don't have margin lines. So everybody I see fishing, even on the canal, has a margin line, a middle, and a far out line. Is that 2 hours? 2 hours and 20 minutes. Very happy. Now you get big shoals of perch here. That's a bite and I missed it. Maybe I do have to sort out that worm. Something is crawling up my inside leg at the moment. Right, it says I ain't got much SD card, which means I've talked a lot today. So, I'll bring you back for a fish. Okay, I just lost one trying to turn the camera on, so we won't be doing that again. That was a small perch as well, by the looks of it. Could have just had the worm. I just put in and then I just made sure that the worm was lying flat on the bottom. Well, it ain't been an hour, it's been 10 minutes. I've had 3 more bream since then. Had a couple more perch, so I've come off the perch line, giving it a break now. Where is the hook? Oh, this one's trying to ingest the hook, is it? I can't even see it. Right, just had that bream and I've decided I'm going to stop. I've been fishing 2.5 hours. Hang on a second. Hmm. 2.5 hours. So that's half a match done. And I'm having a cup of coffee. I've just put food out, and as you can see I've got my goggles, so should be able to see where the hook is next time. Wow, that's a size 20, is it? Right, let's get rid of that bait. Now, I'm going out there with a white 3mm this time. Pressed flat. I've been putting it in the ground bait, so. And then after I've tried this line again, I'm going back out on the other line. People looking at me like I'm mad fishing today, but fish the worst days, and if you can enjoy them, the best days are going to be great as well, aren't they? I mean, I'm dressed for the weather. It's only, mind you, it's 15 degrees today. That ain't cold. It ain't 15 degrees yet, but it will be. Right, so since I said I'll be back in an hour, it was about 15 minutes, and I've had 5 more fish. Yeah, about that. I'm hoping to have a nice little net full at the end. Right, I'm out on white 3mm FJUKA now. I've caught plenty of fish on it, so I should have plenty of confidence in it. I think there's a bite already. Just give them that little bit extra to get it in their mouth. Strange. With the maggot, there was a bit more movement. With the pellet, it's pinned it to the floor, so you're getting a different reaction on the float. I haven't fed since that last bream, so and the wind's coming from behind me now. What is going on today? Now the wind's going the other way. Crazy. That is a bite. Strange. I had a bite on the first time I put the FJUKA in. Oh, there's a bite. Ah, missed it. Right, anyone behind me? Nope. I will just quickly ship that behind me. Check the baits in one piece. Make sure there's no cyclists or anything, or freestyle boarders, as whatever rolls around the pond nowadays. Right, yeah, that should be good. Now, my friend always liked to fish yellow. I give him yellow and black FJUKA, and he used to love yellow with a red maggot. I used to catch loads of fish on that. I never did get that little pot out for the old toss pot or cad pot, whatever you want to call it. Top of the shampoo bottle. I'm gonna say thank you for watching. I'm playing another bream. And that was on brown puka again. So I think I've had enough for today. I want to eat something, drink something, pack up, get myself cleaned off. And I'll just show you this fish. Oh, it's a lovely big bream. Tell you what, if we can catch these during the match, I'll be over the moon. This puts me on about 9.5 pounds now. Oh no, that's the biggest bream of the day. Oh yeah, baby. Just destroy everything in the meantime while you flap around. Wow. That is a clonker. And he took brown puka. Wow. Bottom lip yet again. Look at that one. What? Oh, poor thing's been eaten. His tail's been gnawed on. Poor lub. Right. I don't think... Oh, we probably have got otters thinking about it. Right, that's me. I won't even lift that out again. Get this cleaned off, put away. So that just shows you a positive rig out there, and they'll still happily eat. So I don't have to worry about hairy fairy tactics. In other words, 0.8 line size 20 when I'm using a size 16 8mm baits and catching big lumps. We might only need 2 or 3 big lumps to frame, so we'll see.